I book 600 sales calls per month for my Instagram alone, and in this video, I'm gonna teach you exactly what you need to do to start booking 5 to 10 sales calls per week. Now, I'd love to help you book 600 sales calls per month from Instagram, but I'm gonna be 100% transparent. I spend $100,000 a month on ads for my Instagram, and I also am posting 6 times a day, 7 days a week. I don't expect you to do any of those things, but if you're booking 5 to 10 sales calls a week, that means you're booking 20 to 40 sales calls a month, which means you're gonna be able to make $10,000 to $20,000 a month. If that sounds interesting to you, keep watching. See, the problem with most online coaches is you're just sending cold DMs to people that have never interacted with your stuff. As a result of that, people aren't reaching out, and then you say to yourself, DMs don't work. DMs work, but you have to understand how to make them work with the audience that you currently have. So step number 1, before we can send DMs, we need to work on building our audience. The reason we need to work on building our audience is because if you do cold DMs to random strangers on the internet, that's just as effective as me going door to door, knock, knock, knock to every single neighbor in my neighborhood, wondering if they want to buy my online coaching service. Obviously, if I knock on 1,000 doors, I might find one fat person that picks up the door and says like, yes, I'm interested. But the odds of that are very slim. I'm more likely to get a fitness client if I host a fitness boot camp at my house that I advertise for free to everybody in my neighborhood. I get 10 people show up. Those 10 people are obviously going to be interested, and I'm way more likely to be able to sell them a service. So step number 1 is to create an audience. Now, if you don't have an audience on social media, that's completely fine. If you're starting from scratch, that's completely fine. A lot of you guys that are listening to this right now have started posting on social media, so you do have a little bit of an advantage. The audience that you're gonna create, you're gonna post 3 types of content: connection content to help people get to know you, value content so people can actually see that you're an authority, and social proof content so people can see that you're working with other clients that are getting amazing results. Now, most online coaches struggle because they're just posting value content, AKA they go to ChatGPT like my videographer did for this video script, which by the way, I'm riffing off because the video script sucks. Most people go to ChatGPT to come up with their content ideas, and they don't actually think about what's in it for the viewer, right? As in like, how can I create valuable content that not only my viewer is going to be able to see as valuable information, but they also are going to fall in love with my personality. They're going to fall in love with my jokes. They're going to fall in love with the way that I'm delivering the content. And so value content by itself means that yes, you're giving away step-by-step information, which you can get from ChatGPT, but more importantly, you need to be adding your own personality. You need to be finding ways to deliver that value in a way that hits the algorithm and is engaging for the audience. That's my definition of value. Because I don't know about you guys, but a dictionary is supposed to be pretty valuable, right? It has every definition of every single word that's ever been existed in the history of the planet for English. I don't read dictionaries though. You wanna know why? Because they're boring, right? Most of you guys are creating your value content like a dictionary. You go to ChatGPT, you figure out some piece of content, and then you read off the script to the video camera. You're like, why am I not signing clients? That's why. Connection content. You need to show people parts of your life that are outside of fitness. Show you going for a walk. If you have a little chihuahua like I do, Mr. Fluffy Pants, we're gonna post a picture right here. Show Mr. Fluffy Pants, right? Show you and your relationship. Show you and your wife doing funny shit. If you don't have a wife, then, maybe get on Hinge and find one. I don't know. Social proof content is content where you're demonstrating that you're working with clients that are already getting amazing results. These are before and after screenshots, or you can just check out some of my clients on this video right here that are getting amazing results so that your audience can see that you're working with clients that are getting results inside of your coaching program. So step number 1 is to build an audience. The reason you want to build an audience is because I don't want to send cold DMs to strangers that have no idea who the I am. I'd rather them have some sort of pre-existing relationship with me. Step number 2, give more than you ask for. This is a very simple concept, but I'm going to break it down to you. If you had a friend that every single time they called you, they were asking you for money or asking you for a favor or asking you for something, over time, would you want to continue to pick up phone calls from that friend? The answer is no. And so if somebody's following you on social media and every single day you're asking if anybody wants to work with you, asking if anybody wants your coaching program, asking if anyone wants to buy your over time, people are going to start tuning out from your social media. So you need to get into the habit of giving more than you ask for. The way that I like to do this is I only do asks twice a week, Monday and Thursday. The only exception to this rule is if your audience is growing by more than 1,000 followers a week, because these are all people that have never seen your offer before. So if you're getting 200 to 300 new followers a day, maybe you can ask a little bit more than that. But for most people, twice a week is more than enough. Speaking of connection content, this is my wife delivering me coffee. She's pregnant with her 6-month-old child. And
delivering coffee, and we'll be delivering a baby October 6th.
Delivering coffee, and she'll be delivering a child.
October 6th.
Thank you.
October 6th.
So give more than you ask for. When you're going to social media, your intention should not be, I want to sign as many clients as I can. When you're going to social media, your intention should be, how do I give these people more value so they build more of a connection to me? Because over time, as people build a connection to you, they will want to transact and do business with you. Step number 3, you need to start the conversation. Now, I only start conversations with people in my audience that are already interacting with me. Again, I'm not a door-to-door salesman. So the list in order of importance from people that you're going to start conversations with goes like this. First place you're gonna find leads is in your Instagram DMs. This should be obvious, but if you've already got prospects in your DMs that are interested in coaching, why go out and seek more prospects when you've already got people that are there? The second place you wanna go is your Instagram story poll responders. Now you do wanna be posting CTAs on Monday and Thursday like I suggested. The second place you should be looking for is anybody that's been voting on your polls on your Instagram stories to see if they'd be interested in coaching. The third place you're gonna go is Instagram commenters on your photos. The reason that these people are warm leads is because they took the time out of their day to interact with their social media when they could have just scrolled. So obviously there's some sort of intent there. Maybe it's not intent to purchase, but it's at least intent to build a relationship with you. Or hate on you if their name is StrangerPantsBob66555544. Fourth place you wanna go to find leads is on your likes on your Instagram posts and reels. People that are taking the time to interact with your profile on social media, again, they're not leaving a comment, but they could have just scrolled, and the fact that they liked your content means that they have some sort of interest in having a relationship with you. The fifth place you wanna go is new followers. People that are coming into your social media page, brand new, they've never interacted with your offer before, you just wanna shoot them a message and say thanks for the follow. And the last place you wanna go is your Instagram story viewers. Now again, people that are viewing your story are obviously interested in you, otherwise they wouldn't be watching your story, but their level of intent to purchase is gonna be extremely low. Now the message that you're gonna send out to all these people is, hey Nick, thanks so much for supporting my content. Are you on a fitness journey or are you just enjoying the content? Notice how it's not sleazy, not salesy, not slimy. I'm asking them at this or that question so that when they respond, if they're on a fitness journey, then I can continue on and ask them questions about their fitness journey. If they're just enjoying the content, I can say thanks so much for the support and I hope you love my page. End of conversation. Step number 4, you're gonna use this DM script. Mind if I ask a couple of questions, see if I can help? What's your number one struggle on your fitness journey? What's your number one goal for your fitness journey? In the next 60 to 90 days, what are the top 2 to 3 results you're looking for? And would you like some help? This is the magic DM script that's gonna book you 5 to 10 sales calls a week. Now, most people f this up because they just ask questions like this and they just go through the script like a robot and they're not even interacting or engaging with anything that the prospect is saying. So in the next step, I'm gonna teach you how to use this script so that you don't sound like a robot, so that you don't sound like a dork, so you actually get more sales calls booked. Step number 5, I want you to use a concept called mirroring. Now, mirroring is something that we do unconsciously when we're in a social interaction with somebody else. You'll notice this when you see 2 best friends hanging out. When you see 2 best friends hanging out, you notice that their gestures are very similar, their speech patterns are very similar. You'll also notice this with a husband and wife that have been together for a long period of time. They have similar mannerisms, they have similar ways of communication. It's because we end up mirroring each other as human beings. And this started out when you were a baby. You couldn't speak English, and then you see your parents speaking English, and they see they're moving their mouths like this, and then you start moving your mouth like this, and all of a sudden now you can speak English, okay? So mirroring is a concept we've been doing since we were babies. So the way that you can use this in your DMs is very simple. Let's say you ask the question, hey Nick, what's your number one struggle in your fitness journey? And Nick says, I'm a vegan and all I do is eat vegetables. I'm like, okay, totally makes sense that all you do is eat vegetables. And then I'm gonna ask the next question. So I'm just gonna mirror back what he said in the message to him. I'm gonna pick out a part of the message that he said. I'm gonna mirror it back to him in the message to show him that I'm actually paying attention, and then I'm gonna continue on with the script. That's called mirroring, okay? So use this in your DM so that you're not going through the script sounding like a robot and the prospect can actually tell that you're paying attention. Step number 6, validate, relate, lean in. This concept is specifically used when the prospect opens up and shares something personal, okay? So let's say you're in the DMs with a prospect and you're like, hey Nick, what's your number one struggle in your fitness journey? And they say, well, I've been struggling for the last 6 years because, I lost my mom 6 years ago. And since that time, it's been really difficult for me. And, I've been really trying to get myself back on track, which is why I followed your page. If you just ask the next question in the script, you're gonna look like a total D, okay? I'm not even gonna say the word on YouTube because I think it's banned. But you're gonna look like a total D. So what you wanna do is you wanna use a concept I call validate, relate, and lean in. Validate. Nick, thank you so much for sharing that with me, brother. That must have been super difficult. Relate. I've been through some personal struggles myself, and so I can understand what that feels like to go through a really difficult time like that. So thank you again for sharing. Lean in. What would you say is your number one goal now that you're trying to get back into your fitness journey? So validate what they're saying, relate to what they're saying, and lean in and ask the next question. Now, again, you might not have lost a parent, so you can't just be like, I lost a parent too, if you didn't, because then you're lying. But relating basically says that you relate to their struggle, right? Or you relate to what they're going through, or you relate to something they've been through. Using this concept in the DMs is gonna make it so that your DMs feel like magic. Your prospects are gonna feel very connected to you because they're gonna feel like you're actually paying attention to what they're saying and that you can relate to what they're saying, and human beings love connection. Step number 7, you're gonna use Calendly to book your sales calls. Calendly is a free app that you can download immediately. Just sign up, put your email in, and you're gonna be able to create custom events. With your Calendly event, you wanna make sure that you're calling it a 30-minute strategy session. Do not call it a sales call. That would be very stupid of you, okay? If you call it a sales call, obviously you're gonna send that link and it says 30-minute sales call. Do you really think people are gonna wanna jump on that knowing that it's a 30-minute sales call? Fun fact, people are gonna know it's a sales call because they're not stupid, because you're a fitness coach. But just like, if I was in a bar and I walked up to a girl and I'm like, hey, you're really cute, can I grab your number? I wouldn't be like, hey, you're really cute, you wanna go home together right now? Like, she might know what I'm up to, but that doesn't mean I need to reveal all my cards. You get what I'm saying? I have a wife, by the way, so I wouldn't do that. But I'm just telling you, okay? For some of you guys out there that are watching this, or if you're a girl and you've had a guy come up to you and say that, you don't reveal all your cards. Anyways, I digress. You want to call it a 30-minute strategy session. With your 30-minute strategy session, you want to make sure you set up text and email reminders. Set up text and email reminders for 24 hours out, text and email reminders for 1 hour out. That way the prospect is significantly more likely to show up for that call. Step number 8, because I'm feeling generous, you're gonna add a pre-call video. A pre-call video essentially is gonna make sure that the prospect actually shows up for the call. So in the morning, you're gonna look at your calendar and you're gonna see who's on the calendar. Then you're gonna send them all a video that says exactly this word for word. Hey Nick, what's going on? Hope you're having the best day of your entire life. Just check the calendar, saw we're booked in for a quick 15-minute call. I'm super excited. On the call, we're gonna cover 3 things. Number 1, your biggest struggle in your fitness journey. Number 2, your biggest goal. Number 3, I'm gonna help you come up with a game plan to achieve your goals. Bring a pen and paper, it's gonna be awesome. We'll chat with you soon. Bro, I don't know how much sauce I can give you for free without you actually taking action. Okay, I literally just gave you the blueprint to book 5 to 10 sales calls a week. If you don't take action and do this stuff, like, I don't even know. Are you allergic to money? I don't understand. If you're listening to this YouTube right now and you realize that I've got the sauce and you want to learn more from me, you want to learn how to create connection content, how to create value content, how to create proof content, you want to learn how to convert more on the sales call, you want to learn from me and my coaches how to actually scale this business to $10,000 a month, tap the button in the description of this video to book in for a call. And we can have a conversation about your online coaching business and figure out exactly what you're struggling with so that I can help you break through to the next level. I've already helped clients get results like this. And if I can help clients get results like this, then I know I can help you hit 10K. Tap the button below to book in for a call and I'll chat with you soon.